Happy Saturday. Today is day one of our little vlog setup series. I so far just today just journaled and cuddled with Oobs and stared at the trees. I made some coffee and now I'm making a waffle. I'm just gonna have waffle and read, and I have some like kind of slow projects I want to do today. I want to do some amount of cooking and baking that I want to do, and then some just little projects around the house. So I'll take you around with me and we'll see what we do. I'm gonna try and stay like really present and really slow with it, and just kind of keep it relaxed. I do want to do a lot, but I want to try and do it in a really relaxing way. And yeah, so we'll see what we get into. First of which will be this waffle. Okay, hi. It's about 9:40 and I've just been reading all morning pretty much. So one of my goals for 2021 was to keep doing the thing where I'm reading 2 books a month. I'm reading kind of a nonfiction book in the morning, a fiction book in the evening, and I want to get through my bookshelf. So read the books that are on the bookshelf first before ordering new books. Obviously, I think David Sedaris is coming out with a new book this year and I'm gonna order it no matter where I'm at on the bookshelf, that kind of thing. But in general, I wanna read through the bookshelf. So I'm at the top of our bookshelf right now, which is the like bright whites section. And I just finished this morning Stepmonster by Wednesday Martin. This one I've had for a long time. I started it probably 4 years ago. And then just didn't finish it because at the time, I think I wasn't quite willing to see any of this as a possibility in my life. And then now that I've been a stepmom for longer, I'm more aware of kind of the stressors and the struggles. It's kind of just like the idea of just like, how does someone become a wicked stepmom? Like what boundaries aren't being set? What kind of over functioning is happening? All of that kind of thing. So it's really, really good. I clearly had a lot that I wanted to re-reference. So I just finished that. Then my fiction book that I'm reading right now is Murakami's After the Wake. It's a series of short stories all about earthquakes, or like things around earthquakes in Japan. I'm gonna mostly read this today. I think what I'm gonna do is read a story, do a project, read a story, do a project. I really like that kind of rhythm. So I might get to finish this one today as well. And then I need to I'll pick new books off of the bookshelf. So yeah, that's that. I will, if I finish it, we'll pick them together. But yeah, I'm gonna get dressed for the day. And I bought myself a birthday advent calendar, which is like an Anthropologie skincare calendar thing. And there's only today and tomorrow left. So we're in the last 2 days. Let's go see what we got today. So this is it. And you open it up. It's obviously typically for Christmas, but I just bought it for my birthday. These are all the ones that I've already done. And then I have like 23 and 24 left. So let's see. It is Rose Hip Fruit Extract Cleansing Oil from Pi. So I made my to-do list for the day, and it's mostly things in the kitchen, like baking or meal prepping or going through the fridge, ordering groceries, stuff like that. So I think what I'm gonna do is go through the vegetables that we have in the fridge. We just have like a ton of veggies and I wanna assess what we have and kind of prep some things. and then clean out the fridge at the same time, and then probably make some stew, like a lentil stew. We'll see. So at the end of the week, this week, these are kind of like the vegetables we haven't used, and I just kind of want to get a feel for what's left, how fresh things are, and if I can kind of pre-chop anything to make using them easier, or if I'm going to use any in the stew that I'm making today. And then that will help me to know what I need to order from the store today. So let's go through them. Okay, so now we have like a better idea of what we have. I know that I need to plan to use Brussels sprouts early this week. We have lots of peppers, some radishes for pound salads. I kind of saved the ends of these. The tops were not doing so well, but the bottoms look great. Broccoli, some romaine that's looking pretty good. And then I'm going to use these for soup. So I have kale, mushrooms, and carrots can go in the soup. And then these are the vegetables that weren't like terrible, like weren't like fully bad, but like aren't good enough to use right now, or some of the like broccoli stems. And I'm going to put these in the freezer to save to make vegetable broth. Not too shabby. Okay, so I'm going to make some stew. I looked up a recipe for like curry coconut lentil stew that looks really good. But I'm not going to, we don't have all of the ingredients, but the main reason I'm making stew is just to use up what we have. So I'm going to get creative, and I feel great about that. I'll show you the recipe. I'll try and remember to link it below, but we'll see. So best Instant Pot lentil soup. All of the veggies are in there. We have kale, onion, potatoes, carrots, mushrooms, garlic, ginger, and now I'm going to add the spices. I'm following the recipe pretty much exactly, except I did add potatoes, and I don't know how that's gonna impact cooking. Like I hope it takes the same amount of time, but I'm not positive it will. And then I went ahead and added the kale in. The recipe said to put this, because it was spinach before, it said to put the spinach in like at the end, but kale just takes a little bit longer to cook down. So worst case scenario is the kale is just a little bit overcooked and the potatoes are a little bit undercooked, but I think we'll survive. Okay, so now I need to add in the spices. It's curry powder, turmeric, cumin, salt, pepper, and then you just add in lentils, 2 cups of lentils, a can of coconut milk, a can of diced tomatoes, and veggie broth, and then you let it cook. So do that. Now the recipe says that you just cook it for 5 minutes, which seems crazy, but it takes it like time to heat up and then cool down. So we'll see. You can always cook it for more. And now I'm just gonna do the quick cleanup, and then we have even more, like tons of vegetable broth veggies, and the vegetable broth bag is like already pretty much full, so I might go ahead and make more broth today because I just used what I made last week, so might as well go ahead and do it again. That's really easy to do, so I guess that's what we'll do. Okay, so I just ordered groceries. They should be here in a couple of hours. I actually am glad that I did like the fridge and the meal prep and then planned the meals before I ordered groceries, because I was going to bake bread, but I realized that like we don't need to bake bread. Like, we're just not gonna eat it if I make it this week. So that felt like good information. I am still gonna make tiramisu and probably gonna make pesto once the groceries get here. But I think our soup is done. I'm gonna go check on it and see how it turned out. It like amazes me that it can cook in this amount of time. But it's looking done. Let's see. It looks so good. It says to take like a cup out and blend it and then put it back in. So I will do that, and then I might add some plain yogurt to mine and maybe some more spices after I taste it. We'll see. Okay, so I topped mine with sriracha and some plain yogurt, and I'm just gonna stir it in and make it nice and creamy. But it's a really, really yummy, easy, literally took no effort or time recipe. These have all the leftovers, not even mad. So we have our broths and our soups. And I'll just let them cool until they're like room temperature before putting them in the fridge, and then maybe freezing some of it. I don't know yet. The only downside of having kitchen activities being your hobby is that you have to do all these dishes. I'm gonna put on Great British Baking Show while I do it though, so I ain't mad. Okay, so the tiramisu has to sit for like 3 hours, so we probably won't eat that until after dinner. One more thing I want to make today, but before I do, I'm gonna sit down and read another chapter of my book, or another story in my book, and chill out. Okay, so we are going to make kale and walnut pesto. I used to go back when I went to coffee shops, when the world is a different place. I used to get this bagel with kale and walnut pesto on it at a coffee shop I love, and then eventually they quit serving it, and then obviously now we don't go to coffee shops. But I'm going to try and make it for myself, and yeah, and then if it's awesome, we've solved that problem. Okay, so kale and walnut pesto. Let's pick here. So I'm just like looking on Pinterest, and I feel like this one just has, whoa, where are we at? This one had better pictures. Let's see if I have all the ingredients for it. Kale, lemon juice, olive oil, Parmesan cheese. Yes. Walnuts. Okay, go.
Okay, so the recipe for the kale pesto calls for using a food processor. And I just don't want to do any more dishes, and I don't want to bring that whole thing down and then wash all the parts. So I'm going to try and do it in the blender. I think that'll be fine. It's just we only have a NutriBullet, so I'm going to do it in batches. I mixed it all together in a bowl, and I'm going to put it in the blender and blend like a bit at a time. Fingers crossed. So actually this is going to be great because once I blended it, it really isn't that much in there, so I can just add the rest and blend it in with it, and we're not like, all the flavors will be combined. Okay, it's our moment of truth. It smells really good and it looks really good. Yes, that's it. Oh my God, I'm so pumped. It's gonna be hard not to just eat breakfast for dinner. It was so good.
Good morning. So it's officially the next day, and today is Sunday, so we are just kind of having a very relaxed morning and afternoon. We do documentary Sunday on Sunday, so we're going to pick a documentary and eat breakfast and watch it. I picked new books this morning. Last night we watched Our Friend. Obi and I both were just like sobbing. It was so good, but like I have like sobbing eyes because it broke me in a good way. It was a really good movie. But this morning I picked out 2 new books. I finished both of my books yesterday. So the fiction book that I picked off the shelf was The Sellout by Beatty. It is one of the 10 best books of the year by New York Times Book Review. It says, born in the agrarian ghetto of Dickens on the southern outskirts of Los Angeles, the narrator of The Sellout spent his childhood as a subject in racially charged psychological studies and has since resigned himself to the fate of a lower middle class Californians. Raised by a single father, a controversial sociologist, he is told that his father's work will lead to a memoir that will solve their financial woes, but when his father is killed in a police shootout, he realizes there never was a memoir. All that's left is the bill for a drive-through funeral. It's apparently a comedy. It says a comic masterpiece. So I'm so fascinated to see how it goes. This is one that was on the shelf that I haven't read yet because that was Obi book. He bought it, and it was his. So I just haven't read it, and I decided I would. Then this one is the nonfiction book I'm starting. It's Joy Seeker by Shannon Kaiser. This was sent to me as like sometimes when you are on the internet and people will send you their books before they're published to read and review. Sometimes to like be one of these guys on the front, or sometimes to just kind of like be on their promotional team as it launches. And so I got sent this one and I never got a chance to read it. So now I'm going to get to read it. So dive into it now. And those two, these are my 2 next reads. I am pre-coffee, still very tired. So we're going to make some coffee, pick some documentaries. It's my week I always pick 3. On my week, I pick 3 choices. Obi picks out of those. And then on his weeks, he picks 3 choices. I pick out of those. So it's my week to give him 3 choices, and then we'll eat breakfast, watch a documentary. But first, I almost forgot, today's the last day of my Anthropology Advent Calendar for my birthday. Oh, she's bright. Let's see what we got. All right. I'm kind of sad that it's the last day. All right, all the way down here. It's a big one. Whatever it is.
body wash. So we watched the documentary One of Us. It was so good, but like so sad. We like these like religious documentaries are so intense because there's just like so much there. We are about to do our like marriage check, and we do that every Sunday. Today we're just gonna go through some of these cards. So Obi got me these for our anniversary, and I'm obsessed with them. They're the blank and couples edition, and they just ask you random questions like, when do you feel the closest to me? What do you think is the next step in our relationship? What are you hesitant to tell me? Things like that. So we're gonna go through some of those, and then we also kind of talk about like what we have going on for the week. We look at like Obi's schedule and my schedule and just kind of talk it out, and that way it helps us to like, it for me at least, like going through like knowing, okay, this is the homework that Obi has to do this week. These are like his class schedule. Pairing that with my work schedule like helps me to really like honor my expectations for him, and vice versa. To just be like, oh, this day Sergey might be stressed out, or like Sergey's gonna probably work late this day, so Obi's gonna cook dinner, that kind of thing. So that's what we're gonna do. And then usually we like to have a little bit of quiet time. The little comes home at 2, so it's about almost 11, and so we'll probably have a little bit of quiet time after that, and then be a family of 3. So it is lunchtime. I just did a little bit of, I have a promoted post that went live on Enneagram Coffee today. I have to like, we have one, and then we have a second one that's going live. So I just set an alarm for the second one. Then I'm gonna make some lunch, and I'm going to have these stuffed baby Bella mushrooms. They're stuffed with artichoke, spinach, and cheese. I'm just gonna put them in the air fryer for like 4 minutes, I think. And then I have some leftover curry lentil stew that I'm gonna have on the side. So it'll be a pretty good lunch. On Sundays, I do like my big shower. Saturdays or Sundays, it depends. I do like the big shower where I do like skincare and body care and all that. So I'm gonna do that shower, and I'll see you after. Okay, so we are showered. I have a towel wrap on. Don't be alarmed. I'm going to do my like normal Sunday kind of routine. I do skincare. I'm obsessed with this mirror from Onyx brand. They have, I think it's called Love Ellie. And with it, it has like magnification and light. So I'll do like dermaplaning, pore stuff with that. And then I'll do my skincare in general. I'll show you what I'm doing. Skincare, which I'll do first. I'm going to use this extractor and do any blackheads that I have. No, literally every skincare expert in the world is like, don't do this. So you probably shouldn't do it. But that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna dermaplane. Usually I just do like here, here. That's about it. And then I'm gonna tweeze eyebrows, eyebrow hairs. I also use this on my eyebrows sometimes. Then I will use my current toner, which is from Kale's Cucumber Herbal Toner. And then I usually do a moisturizing mask. Typically I do the jet lag mask from Summer Fridays, but I got this one in my Anthropology thing advent calendar for my birthday, and it's Youth to the People Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Dream Mask, and it's vitamin C, squalene, and hyaluronic acid. So I'm probably gonna do this one today. And that'll be it for skincare. I literally just like let that chill. And yeah, so I'll do skincare and then I'll do body care. For body, right now, I'm pretty much doing deodorant. This is a Secret No. 5 Bergamot and Orange Blossom. The Brazilian Bum Bum Cream I use here and on my thighs and on my butt. And then I use the Billy Dry By body lotion pretty much everywhere else. So like arms, the rest of my legs, on my feet. I just have a lot of lotion I need to use up, so don't think this is my normal life. But I have this lavender whipped moisturizer from Wake, which is the foot spa in Asheville, that I just need to use. So I've been putting this on my feet, and sometimes I'll dab a little bit of oil like on my wrists or something. So that's my body, and then I'm gonna brush my hair out, which I use the Black Vanilla from Carol's Daughter leave-in conditioner and Kristen S brush on my hair. So I'm just gonna do all of that now. We'll see how much of it I film. I don't know. Jammied up. I got these matching sets for my birthday. Can't really see it, but this one is like so soft. I got them all from Old Navy, and love it. And then it's socks and slippers. Hello, so it's actually the next day. It's Monday. I forgot to film an ending for the vlog. But basically we just did our normal Sunday thing, ordered pizza and watched a movie. We watched a Marvel movie, an Avengers movie. They're so good. And now, yeah, and so I'm just gonna close the vlog here. Sorry for the weird abrupt ending, but thanks for joining me for the weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.